Hey guys, what's up? Lee Price here. Today's video is just going to be a real quick one talking about a few of my opinions on why traditional martial arts don't work. Okay, why aren't we seeing a lot of the traditional martial arts in mixed martial arts competition? Okay, and why do they have the reputation now of being ineffective? Okay, it's got to be born from something, so what is that? The first point really, and it's something that my friend Sergio put up in a recent video of his which was called Why Kung Fu Doesn't Work. And I'll put a link to the video down below, so check it out, see what you think about what he has to say. But I really did agree with a lot of the things he was saying, because he was saying that the reason why Kung Fu seems not to work is because people don't always understand the difference between practicing a drill and something that's actually going to work in a fight, okay? Now, I have a karate background, okay? Started with Shokokai karate and training things like Kyokushin and so on. Freestyle karate is my main style. If anyone asks, that's what I say, it's my main style. Freestyle, okay? But what about the kata, okay? Just practicing kata all day doesn't make you a better fighter. And in fact, there are a lot of people who compete only in kata, but they can't fight. You know, so just because you're training in a martial art doesn't mean it's going to be effective in a fight. Okay, now what you need to remember is that all martial arts were born out of a need to fight to live. Okay, so if you need to fight to live for some reason, your style better be damn well effective. So things like, you know, your karate, think about where the kata comes from. Okay, if you're an oppressed people and you have a martial art, if you have a system of fighting, okay, that's going to help you, your friends and your family from whoever it is that's oppressing you at the time, okay, but you're not allowed to write it down, you're not allowed to record it in any way. You're going to need a system of passing it on. That's what the kata is good for. So it's no good just practicing the kata application and not really understanding why you're doing it. And this is true for, obviously, like in the Kung Fu example, one of the examples Sergio makes is, you know, you got the big fancy Kung Fu movements where people be boom, all around. You don't get to do that in a fight. You know, as soon as I start taking this fancy stance and opening myself up, it just takes one good kick from one solid shin. Okay? Just one kick from the shin, boom, you smash your ribs. Muay Thai roundhouse kick, bam, you're gone. Karate, Mwashigeri, boom. That's all it's going to take, a good leg kick, bust your ribs. Kick to the neck, kick to the head. You're gone, my friend. Now, one of the styles currently that has a very good reputation is obviously Muay Thai. Now, the reason why Muay Thai has such a good reputation is because it is effective, okay? But it comes down to really the main point for training in any martial art, traditional or otherwise, okay? It comes down to the intensity and the realism of your training, okay? If you're only ever doing drills that cannot be applied into a fight, you're not going to have the skills to fight, okay? A lot of these exercises are for health, okay? For especially the Kung Fu styles, you've got internal and external movements to learn. So it's not always about the combat. Sometimes it's about the internal health. So you really do need to understand what you're training. And if you don't, look to those who compete in your style. How do they do? Do they fight in other styles? Okay. What about in the past when you would have all the challenge matches of, you know, masters of Aikido coming over to Thailand to fight, and none of them would win? They would all go home knocked out, you know what I mean? So it's down to the effectiveness of the training and the intensity in there. You know, you go to a good Thai boxing school and the intensity is real, okay? You go train out in Thailand, you know, you go to a good Thai boxing school like Headhunters here in Scotland, okay? There's loads of gyms around the UK. The one thing that's going to be consistent is the training is hard, okay? Lots of conditioning work, lots of fitness work, strength work, lots of sparring, okay? Whereas you might go to different schools that might be a bit more versed in, say, Kung Fu, or a different traditional style, because Muay Thai is traditional, don't forget, it's a battlefield art, it's born from there. And it eventually became influenced by sport, which is the main thing that's going to change your arts. So I don't really like it when people say traditional martial arts don't work, and it's cut and dry, because that just shows their ignorance. Think about something like Taekwondo. It gets very mixed reputation because you've got some UFC fighters that are trained in Taekwondo. You get a couple of kickboxers as well, very exciting to watch. But it gets a bad reputation. People watch things like the Olympics and you see people jumping around with their arms down here. In a real fight, you're just going to get mashed. So you've got to think about it in the context of real fighting versus the sport. because as time progresses, the martial art was born out of a need to fight to live. Now you're no longer fighting to live. Now you're fighting for a hobby. Now you're learning self-defense so you don't get mugged on the street, okay? Or you want to build your own confidence so you can achieve more. Martial arts is a good challenging way to do this. So traditional martial arts do work. But the reason that they don't is because of misunderstanding and incorrect application, okay? So the way to succeed in any style really is to train your ass off. Don't make no excuses, okay? Put the time in, spar hard, and if you enjoy what you do, you're going to do it for longer. So choose a school where you get on with people. Choose a school where the training is real and they've got good morals, where you feel like they've got a similar idea to you, okay? And then your traditional martial art will work, I promise you. Now let me know your thoughts down below. I don't expect everyone to agree with everything or even anything I've said. Let me know what you think, because that's what's so interesting about YouTube. Okay guys, take care, peace, and I'll speak to you all soon.